Hmm.
Welcome to the Be Discouraged podcast. This is episode 17. 17. We're back.
Yep.
Technically 37, dude. 37 would 17, 37. What are you sniffing? Hold on. I have a
I poured some of this inside of a bottle so I can sniff
stop
it
doing
easier.
that, dude. Can you hold it up better?
Hey, it's from Dollar Store.
Stop sniffing stuff like that.
No, it smells good, and it
No,
it cleanses my brain.
It doesn't. It probably cleanses it too much. I bet you.
I need it. I need the cleanse.
That's good. That's funny. Yeah, I can already tell your energy is way better than what I expected. The first thing I had written down was that I was telling Mariah before the thing that I expected you fully to be miserable.
You're a doom guy. That's just what you do.
Doom guy. I'm a doom guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So what do you want?
What do you have to talk about?
So I went back to the podcast previous to this because it's been 3 months. It's been 3 months.
It hasn't been that long.
It's been 3 months since we last did this.
Dude.
And I watched it and I was like, this is boring. So I ran it through an AI and it broke it down for me. So you can pick what
the last one or just one episode or a bunch of the episodes.
Just the most recent one.
The last ones, of course, it sucked. It was the last one. We stopped doing it.
Yeah, but there's still unresolved information inside of that podcast. Okay. So let me tell you what they are, and plus it'll refresh for other people. Oh, by the way, I think I don't know if it's Liz's birthday this week, this week or next weekend or whatever it is. Happy birthday! And she was like,
"Yeah, happy birthday!
Can I do a podcast for my birthday?"
And it just happened to work out that way. So
yeah, that is cool. That is cool. Right. Happy birthday, Liz.
The last time we talked about whether or not I was going to play Monster Hunter, and I did, but I played it for like 10 hours and I haven't touched it again.
Yeah,
I was right. I didn't like it like I thought I would.
Yeah. Well, and you kind of thought you wouldn't like it, so I mean, it fits. You liked it about as much as I thought you.
Yeah. And then
it was like
last time you were talking about like leaving your job, being depressed, driving too much, the weather was garbage. You like my butt. So like, did any of that stuff change? Like, do you still
what was the first one?
Hating your job, I think.
Hating my job, yeah. So I want to finish out a year at least at my job. I don't hate it. I just hate driving. The drive still sucks. I think I've gotten used to it. There was a couple months ago, right after the podcast or right before the podcast ended, they had COVID. So I was off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That big vacation was really nice. Drive sucks. I'm sticking out for a year, which is another 2 months. So that would make a year, and I feel better about jumping to the next place because I was filling out my resume and I was like, man, I haven't been at a place for a year in a while.
Dude, you gotta omit some stuff, man.
I do. Even omitting. If I omit too much, then it looks like I haven't been doing anything. You know what I mean?
But you can always lie, and that was another thing is that you don't want to lie for applications that we talked about last.
I don't like lying.
I don't like lying. I don't like being successful and providing for me and my family. Just say that.
Okay, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Depressed? No, the weather's gotten a lot better around here, so there's a lot more sun in springtime. There's some rain, but I feel like my depression's gotten a lot better. I feel way better.
Is that?
I feel like.
Do you think the weather's also a product of your depression? You know, a lot of people get seasonal depression because the sun does so much for us, man.
Well, and around here, I think the contrast. I don't know if it was technically seasonal affective disorder, but there was definitely a contrast between how much sun I was getting on the east side versus here.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there was weeks where I didn't see the sun.
Well, it's also a product of you hating driving more, right? Because if the weather sucks, then the driving sucks.
Yes. But also when the weather got nicer, the driving got worse because I don't know if more people drive. Yeah. But like, dude, my last week, my drive took like an hour and 20 minutes average, which is a long ass time, dude.
That's a whole hour of like getting paid, you know?
Yeah. And I think I don't give myself enough credit for how difficult my job is just in terms of taking care of the emotional needs of others for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then driving for an hour and a half and then trying to do the things that I need to do. I think I really underestimated how, not that it's hard, but it's just like, it takes something. It takes something from you.
Before you continue, do you know what that is on your shirt?
The bear with a cup.
The We Bear, dude.
It's a We Bear?
Yeah, We Bears. You've never seen that show?
No.
Take off the shirt,
like
then.
Take it off. The Bernstein Bears?
No, it's the We Bears. There's an ice bear, a panda bear, and a brown bear. I think it's been a while.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah, but I feel better. I feel things have been better. I think also I've been taking things off my plate, focusing on relationships.
Wait, hold on. We're jumping past the depressive stuff. Well, during that same time, you mentioned possibly doing a job. Your Mariah's mom had like a job lined up for you, possibly. Is that something that you're still wanting to do, or did you decide to?
Not that I don't want to do it, but when I was filling out the resume for that job, that's when I decided I should stick it out for a year. Because that job will always be there. That job will always be there. I mean, like opportunities for. But I didn't feel good about filling out the resume for that job because I haven't been placed for a year for a while.
How much time do you need for it to be a year? Like, are you like going?
2 months.
How much?
2 months.
2 months.
It's like.
And then are you immediately going to start looking right after that? Or
I don't know, dude. I was just talking to Mariah, and I was like, "We move out of here soon." I was like, "Let's do it, please."
Dude, you've been saying every podcast for the last 1,000 podcasts. It's soon. It's always 2 months. You said in 2 months we're leaving. It's 2 months gone. In 2 months we're leaving. It's been 3 months.
There's a lot of context to that doesn't involve our resource, right? Yeah. And so like we're ready. We could, but there's just conversations.
I think I should stay there as long as you can.
Yeah. I'm indifferent, but dude, there's some independence. Hold on, my cat's attacking a fork.
Leave it, dude. Let it. It's okay.
No, dude, he vomits everywhere. That's one of the things I wrote down.
Is he deep throating the fork, or
he's trying to?
This guy is an irresponsible pet owner, like Liz Blazeheart.
What?
All right. So, what were you saying? Oh yeah, vomit, cat vomit. Okay, well, all right. So
yeah, I have that written down.
Your depressive state is gone.
Yeah, I feel better.
You've come more to terms with working because you have a goal, and having a goal makes most things easier and more tolerable.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. And I wasn't. You said I was getting sidetracked. I don't think I was. It was just in tandem. Like I think I've been taking things off my plate.
Right.
I think that's helped a lot with the depression. I think mending relationships has helped.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Relationships. Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys know about Kevin and his mom, but they've had a pretty not mom relationship with each other.
Yeah, we haven't talked in like 6, 7 years, and we reconnected recently.
Wait, dude. Wait.
What? Okay.
You're just going into it. We got to like write the story.
You know what's funny is I was just thinking about how much I don't value build-up in stories.
Yeah, you just right there, and it makes you boring.
You did it. Okay, so let's talk about how much I've struggled with my mom.
For a long time, even from our previous podcast, whenever we were doing it, it was always like, dude, just apologize, just talk to her. No, I would never do that. You know, it was always like, fuck that bitch. I don't want anything to do with her. I don't give a shit about anything revolving around her. My pride is too cool. Fuck that.
Okay, I agree with that last. Nah, there was, my pride is too cool was a little nail on the head, I think. But the rest of it, I don't know.
I got it, dude. That's a part of storytelling, right? And
yeah,
we would always come to this crossroads where it's like you should just apologize or forgive her, and you're just like, no, I can't. I just won't. There is nothing inside of your head that would allow you to do it.
Yep.
And he did it.
Yep.
He did it recently. All right, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, and a big part of it was me attempting to reconnect with my brother. He was just like, he was just basically, fuck you. You've caused all the problems in my life. And I was like, all right, dude. But one of the things he said to me in the midst of all his nonsense was that I will never talk to you unless you reconnect with mom. Right. And so that embedded with me.
Planted a
songs
seed,
embedded
dude.
with me. Planted a seed. A couple songs before that had planted a seed, just like some lyrics about moms and stuff. And then I was just driving to work and I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. And then it went well. And then it didn't go well. And I was like, this is fucking stupid, dude. Why did I even do this? And then it ended up going over pretty nicely. And then we've had a couple moments of not tension, but like build up with resolution. So there's just been resolving moments.
Yeah, I mean,
us
and it's natural, dude.
Out.
7 years of both of you filling your own minds with crazy shit. and there's going to be tension, right? There's no way there's not, because otherwise there's not going to be any resolution. It's just not how it works.
Like there was one point where we weren't texting each other at all, and it was just after us reconnecting, and then both of us basically communicated. We were waiting for the other person, and there was resolution in that, right? Where you just to let things trickle off. Yeah.
So now moving forward, you have plans, right?
Yeah, I'll see her on the 4th of July.
Oh, but don't say that nonchalantly. Like, what?
Dude, there's a lot of feelings around it. Sure, it's happening. There's a lot of feelings behind that. There's some excitement. There's some nervousness. I'm not jumping with joy, but I'm also not sad about it. You know what I mean? There's a lot.
Is Mariah going to meet your mom as well?
Mm-hmm. Which is weird too, because both of us kind of never thought that was going to happen. So we'll see.
That'll be really good. I mean, she could hate her, but all right.
No, my mom, Mariah hating my mom.
Yeah, that's what I was. Insinuating. Yeah.
My mom is so easy to get along with in all the worst ways. But she loves people. She'll be nice to you and stuff like that. So there's no way she doesn't like Mariah. But I don't know, dude. We'll see. Lots of feelings. Yeah, mostly good. There's nerves. But
well, what do you hope from the meetup? Like, is there any expectations? Nothing. That's good. That's the best way to go at it.
Yeah, I don't have any. I expect overbearingness in a kind way from her. That's about it.
Yeah.
Well,
what is the worst possible scenario in your head, if any? Have you thought of any? I'm sure you have.
My brother's there. Things get rehashed.
Your brother's gonna be there?
No, I'm saying this is worst case scenario, right?
Okay.
I don't think so.
I was like, oh shit, dude.
I mean, if worst case scenario would be my brother be there, things get rehashed, and somehow him and I get in conflict.
Right.
I don't think my mom will want to have conflict in this moment. She won't.
I mean, y'all are both putting in too much effort to go at it, scheming something, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't drink energy drinks on.
It's like, the Rocket Pops, the
red, white, and blue ones.
It tastes just like it.
That's nasty.
It's kind of nasty.
All right. So another thing that we spoke about last time was your collecting, which I don't want to talk about that all that much. But I don't think that last time we spoke you had your cards back, your graded cards. Right? You didn't have them yet, right? 3 months ago?
No, I didn't have them. We were talking about getting them soon. And that was one thing I wanted to talk about, was just like not doing the Pokemon content anymore. Because like that, like I just stopped. Stopped. But I've still been collecting. I did get my graded cards.
Well, now it's more of a hobby rather than a pursue, right? Like pursuing to monetize off of it. And
I think
you're making money if you're flipping them still, but well, so
I just don't know. Go ahead.
What changed? What changed?
Yeah, exactly. I realized I don't know shit about Pokemon cards. I don't know shit, and I love making content, and I love making content that I can stand behind. But there's so much to Pokemon cards that I can't stand behind things and mean it and say it. Once I was wrong a couple times, I was like, dude, I don't know enough. I gotta step back. Like, I don't know enough.
It's like playing Overwatch from launch day all the way till now. Like you have authority, right? Just through experience. But with Pokemon, there's been Wizards of the Coast, and then whenever they dropped their scene, then another company took it. So it's like two entirely different realms of knowledge, and there's so many sets that come out. It's extremely hard to keep up with, especially as a newcomer.
Yeah, and then to think I know anything. I didn't know anything, and I'm still learning stuff, and I feel like I still love it. I still get packs.
Unopened.
All this, dude, sealed. That's anti-Kevin. That's very anti-Kevin.
Well, tell them why you're doing
birthday.
that. Oh, okay.
It's for my birthday. Yeah. I'm going to open them all up. I'm going to stream it. I think anybody watching this would probably know that, but I'm going to stream it on Twitch probably. Just 30-minute pack opening. Date? My birthday, June 16th. So it'll be on my day.
Can you give me a sub? Monday. For your birthday? Can you give me a sub?
I don't think I'm monetized.
Yeah.
Don't you lose your monetization? Ever? Whoa, dude. I'm rich. Whoa.
No, you don't lose it.
Dude, yeah, that's cool. Am I still getting? I might be getting Twitch money without realizing it.
Yeah, if you have any people who have subscribed and never unsubscribed, there's a threshold of $50. So if it might take a couple months for you to get the payout, but if you have active and active people, you still get paid. I get paid from Kick still. Somebody has a $5 sub to me, so I don't know who
That's amazing, dude.
I don't know
That's
who
amazing.
it is. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I stopped doing the Pokemon content because I didn't know shit. And things I do know shit about, I would like to make content about.
What do you know shit about? What do you know about?
I know shit about other games. I know shit about other things. But really, actually, I was hesitant to say this, but I don't want to do anything right now. I just don't want to do anything. I would love to do this.
Wait, why are you hesitant to say that?
Because I don't want to make. I'm trying to like act and not think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
I think thinking is saying for me. Sometimes, you know what I mean? And so, but I would love to do this, but I love this more than I love those other things. But I can't do all the things.
What could you?
And that's one of the reasons I was depressed.
Yeah. Yeah. No purpose.
Just, I'm trying
having no direction. It's crappy, dude.
Firing 8,000 directions, dude, and trying my hardest to just build a purpose and getting sad.
Yeah.
Just getting sad. What was your question?
What is something that you could do to give yourself more to podcasting then? Like what are some steps that you could take to actually do more than, just this once a week type thing?
Well, I think the once a week thing is actually not a bad format, but I think putting the effort on the back end.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Meaning like this is all we do. So I mean, you have to be able to do more to sustain that fulfillment.
Fill this out every week. A lot of times I come in here with nothing. I came in here with a lot. I got a lot, dude. I could talk for an hour. And then editing clips. Editing clips was always backburned by my own clips.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whatever I was doing. And so it'd be very easy to edit clips when I am not doing anything else. And so I think editing clips will be a big part of.
You've come full circle, man. You quit streaming because you had that initial push to dedicate yourself to something. And then all these things got in the middle, and then plus you moving and life in general, and then you rapid fired again, and then finally you're back to the same thing.
I think, and I think a big part of this year and last year is just figuring out what I actually want. Which chair?
Is this your gaming chair?
The one I'm in?
Yeah.
This is Mariah's office chair, so I'll play Overwatch on this one sometimes.
All right, sorry.
Yeah. No. And then this chair behind me, you see those legs, dude?
Yeah.
Those legs are the ones that'll break your toes. The ones that'll eat you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this year and last year has been a big year about figuring out what I actually like the most and what I actually want.
Isn't that crazy, dude? How long that stuff takes?
Yeah, dude. And I think if I was more stupid, it would be easier. But I get so like caught up in the things I want to do and the things I like and what crosses over. And if I was just like one thing, right? Like I just saw a TikTok today about a guy on Wikipedia who has 50,000 edits of the word compromised of. He just doesn't like the phrase compromised of.
Right.
And so he changes it to a more direct context. Like, and there's nothing that I'm that passionate about. I am that passionate about, but just in so many
probably
areas.
Also, I just wish autistic in some type of way.
Sure. But like, I've just been figuring out what I want, what I like. There's not a lot of things I like. And when I do make content, I like it less. And fortunately, when I do this, I don't like you less. And that's good. That's good.
Wow.
Yeah. What's next, dude? You had so many questions.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
I feel like I'm in the hot seat.
No, yeah, you are. It's just okay. So also another thing that was revolving around me was May 1st to the 4th, I was supposed to visit Josie, right?
Ooh.
I was supposed to visit her for the concert, and then we were gonna get an Airbnb. I had already purchased my ticket, and I think I was waiting for my taxes to get the Airbnb because she was gonna pay for the ticket for the concert or whatever. So that has elapsed. That's gone. And it's funny because I was talking about something, and then Rudd's Bad Boy Magali was like, "What the hell? What happened to Lilith?" I was like, "What do you mean? It's been like 2 months, man." And
yeah,
I don't know. Some people didn't know, and some people did. So for those of you who didn't know, yeah, go ahead.
Can I add, like, sorry, selfish moment, but like, how devastating was all that to you? 1 to 10.
I don't know if it was necessarily a devastating thing.
How much of a loss? How much did it feel like a loss to you?
I would say a 6.
That's what I'm trying to ask.
A 6.
Okay, yeah,
mostly because it was a void of a constant, right? Of a feminine energy at that.
Yeah, dude. And then you get stuck with me playing fucking Overwatch duos, and I bet you it's not.
No, it's much better, dude. It's way less stressful. I can yell at you. You can be my punching bag. And then towards the end, it was just getting like, it was really like I was tolerating a little bit too much, and it was just like I should have went with my perception initially when everything started happening and try to straighten it out. But I was just like, I was in it for the ride, you know?
Yeah, and she's got a young brain, dude. She's 20, whatever, right?
A young, unresolved brain. I think it's more of the things that happened before, and she hasn't frontlined it, because I would bring things up. I was like, hey, when something like this happened, you get X, Y, and Z. And then she would apologize, like, yeah, sorry, this is what happened back then. But moving past that, there was no moving past that, because there was just like, she didn't know how to further anything. Like, she was just acting like I was her exes or something, right? Or I was going to be like them or something like that. And it would just get progressively worse. Yeah.
A lot of times people feel like feelings are enough justification for actions.
Yeah.
Especially when they feel it so strongly, right? Yeah. And so, like, you can say, like, oh, I feel this way and that's why I acted that way. That's reason enough to do it again.
Right. And that's because you're usually in your own headspace, right? You're not considering that it's your headspace plus another headspace, right? It's usually like, it's me and you versus the problem, not me versus you. And there was none of that.
I think a lot of the issue too is people not separating feeling from themselves. Like so many people feel like their feelings are themselves, right? And like they're not separate.
Yeah.
But your feelings are totally separate from you. And like I think there's some of that too,
including your action with those feelings, right? Like I didn't make you mad. You made yourself mad. You know,
right?
It's in that kind of selfish context too.
Yeah. It's so true, man. And a lot of people struggle with that idea. Like when you feel I'm right, I can act certain ways. I felt that way. Yeah. And it's so good.
No, just words and the ability to articulate how you feel. And when we were in a space where we were supposed to be bouncing off of each other, it'd be like, well, I think you're stupid for feeling that way. And I was like, whoa, what do you, like, you feeling that way is dumb. And I'm like, oh, how else do you want me to feel? Like, how do I explain myself without you feel like you need to shut me down? Because for some reason it's making you feel, you know, a certain way or something like that.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing about Mariah. Is one of the reasons I'll never let her go, dude, is I can riff at her for 2 hours straight. She could dish it back. She could just sit there and eat it. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? And I would say most things are fair game. Like, I most of the time I go throughout my day without, like, saying something offensive, right? She can take a joke.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
We're bouncing around.
This arena that we're talking about is like you guys playfully going back at each other, right? Not when you're
like
arguing.
Joking.
Okay, yeah. Because
yeah.
There's no context there. It was just like you're just being fucking
back and forth.
Yeah,
and I figured that meant like a joking back and forth.
No. When like, I was talking about her and I, like when we're trying to resolve a problem or communicating through an issue.
Oh, and you guys are going back and forth, catching.
Right. So yeah. Okay. There's a definite difference. Thing.
Yeah. Yep. No. I'm not laying into her for 2 years.
I was just like, dude, you're a fat slut. I know. I said slut on purpose because you know you love that word. Dude.
I've been saying the S word lately around here because I just hate. I'm like, I was like, I said it to Mariah. I called my cat a fat S word, and she's like, "What's an S word?" And I was like,
"You calling your cat a slut is excellent. That's an excellent use." Because cats are very feminine and very slutty, so it works.
Okay, disagree.
No
hands in that pot.
The hands are all in the pot, dude.
No, dude, that's
all the anime girls are based off of cats, and they're all sluts. So I mean, it works.
You know, I had the most disgusting moment because I can't stand furries and the idea of it, right?
Okay, your hands are not in this pot, but they're in this one, right? Let's just...
No, listen.
Hold on, let's make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen. I was playing Oblivion, and then I saw a Khajiit, and I was like, that Khajiit's kind of cute. And I said, I'm fucking disgusted.
Kind of, dude. The Khajiits in Oblivion are excessively disgusting.
No, I'm telling
you,
they all
had beards.
She had doughy eyes. She had doughy eyes, and I was like, this Khajiit lady's kind of cute. And I said,
this guy's getting bricked. This guy's getting bricked up right now talking about it.
Dude, I saw. Okay, so context, everyone. I watch I know, right?
Hold on,
about bricked up.
Calm down.
No, this is crazy. So, little context. I watch this channel called Pred Poachers. They go around and they catch online predators.
Hold on, time out.
Saving kids and stuff, right?
A Khajiit is a humanoid cat person, by the way. Okay, good.
Yep. So that's why I'm discussing. But he said bricked up, and I thought about this video. Mariah and I were watching Pred Poachers last night, and they're busting this guy, and I'm subscribed to this thing called Locals, which is like a Patreon for them, right? So I get a bunch of videos that don't make it to YouTube or whatever, right? And this guy one brings a loaded gun to meet this child, which is nuts. I've watched 100 of these videos. I've never seen once have they brought a loaded gun. And when Alex, the guy who's doing the interview, is interviewing, the dude is wearing pajamas and is literally mid-brick, dude. I've never seen anything like that. And Ryan made a good point. He's like, maybe he took like a Cialis before he got there. And I was like, that's the most embarrassing thing. Can you imagine publicly getting busted, getting put on YouTube for that, and being bricked up the whole time?
Dude. No way. When I was walking around naked on my mushroom trip,
I was sorry.
One of my first thoughts was like as soon as they're like, get on the ground or we'll tase you. Like when my consciousness snapped back to reality, I was like, how many people are recording me right now? Like dude, and I've looked like naked guy walking around, whatever. You never find it.
I'm sure someone's got it, dude.
Someone has to.
That's crazy.
In a world that we live in, and nobody... Dude, I record everything. Even...
How many people live in your town? How many people live in your town?
Let's see. Population of Lubbock.
Don't say it.
Dude, I don't care.
This is good. This is
Lubbock,
going
Texas,
everywhere.
79415. Right now, 329,000.
Holy shit, dude! That's way bigger than I expected.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're a big city.
Whoa.
Man. We're not like Dallas or Austin, Houston, San Antonio, but we're pretty big and we're growing.
Yeah. Wow, that's Spokane big. That's about as big as Spokane.
Yeah, we have Texas Tech here, and that's one of the Big 10 colleges of the U.S.
That's crazy because I was gonna make the argument. I was thinking it was more like a 40,000. Walla Walla, where I'm from, is 40,000. I was like, dude, the chances of someone seeing you again after that moment are probably pretty high. But you do live in the same kind of neck of the woods usually, right?
Yeah, like the Mexican ghetto.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the future context of someone having that, seeing you have done that, and then seeing you at a grocery store a year later and being like,
dude, the little boy that I was like, is he okay? He's gonna grow up and remember me. He's like, dude, hey, I remember you.
I've told that story to a couple people, and I cry at that part. I cry, dude.
I was concerned, dude. I'm a father.
So scary. So scary. Scariest thing possible, dude. Scary. Dude, I was watching I don't know why I never did this and why we don't do this, and maybe it's more acceptable, but I was watching, Nick A30. I wasn't watching him, but I saw a TikTok with him.
Yeah.
And that other guy, Cypher PK.
Oh, and wait. I was thinking of, when you say Nick A30, I was thinking about the avocado guy, the fat guy who became skinny.
I'm
the
talking
Fortnite
about,
guy, right?
Yeah.
With the glasses.
Yeah. They just record skits.
Yeah.
While they stream. That's cheating, dude.
What's that?
That's cheating. They're doing
fake content is always happening. It's constant.
But it's. I think you're breaking the fourth wall there, dude. Like you're creating content that people are going to watch. And you're breaking the fourth wall by letting them watch it, and you're cutting corners. It's so smart.
Yeah,
it's
I mean, that's the thing is he had people show up to be a casting of the show, right? Because they're like, oh, I'm in that video, and
it's cheating.
It's not, because in the comment,
it's cheating.
In the comments, everybody's like, oh, I can't wait to be part of the next skit, or people are aware. It's not like he's like, oh, this is all natural. This is all happening in real time. Yeah. People know.
Cheating. I know. That's why it's cheating.
Like one person goes in the bush cheating. And then there's 6 Gokus in there. Of course it's a skit. Yeah. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. But the fact that he does it while he's streaming and
how else is he gonna get people to come into his lobbies?
There's no back end. It's cheating. Dude.
Cheating would be like doing it off of stream, not like just acting like all of the stuff that's happening is like legitimate and just part of the game.
Dude, look at this card. It's perfect. And it came in a top loader. What's this thing called? Card saver. So I can just get it
Articuno
right away. Dude, look how pretty that thing is. Perfectly centered. So cool.
Pinned it for the podcast.
No way. I also got this one. Hold on. Just a couple. I have no one to show my Pokemon cards to other than kids I work with, and they don't really give me the response. So I'm going to show. This one's really cool.
Oh, that's what's that guy's name? The green hair guy?
Reshiram?
No, not.
Oh, N.
N, that's right.
Yep. And it's got the Pokemon Center promo. Mm-hmm. So you can only get these off Pokemon Center, and they sell out in fucking 2 minutes, dude. I have email notifications, and I can never.
Yeah, because people have bots literally set up to auto everything. Everything's automated. There's no way you can get that bot.
And then last one, little Swinub in the snow.
I bet those would taste really good. The Swinubs, like pork.
And I have one more. Can I show you one more, please?
Please. Where is it?
Scizor. It's in my binder.
Oh my dude! Let's save it for next.
It's Scizor.
Too late.
Come on,
you've already wasted my cosmic energy on those Pokemon cards. And we're not gonna
I gave you 3. They were right there. I didn't even move.
I don't have any more topics. That was it for the last podcast.
I got so many.
All right, let's hear it.
I got so many. Who's the smelliest person you've ever smelled? There's 2 that work at a gas station down the road. That it's my frequent gas station right on the way to work. And if I pull up, dude, and I see him, I see one guy in particular, I'm not even going in the gas station, dude. He's got like butt sauce under his fingernails, dude. You can smell him past the counter.
He's got butt pulp.
Butt pulp, literally, dude. It's got texture. And I one time got my Zen, right? I got my Zen from him, and I could smell his butt sauce on my Zen, dude. And then there's one other guy. He's new on my roster of people I'm not accepting. But his eyes are fucking like this, and he's super tall and he's leering over you. I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
That's nasty. Why are your dude, eyelid vagina so loose? Like you got your skin is like really. Do it again.
It's thin. Actually, it's probably because my eczema, dude. Because the steroid cream.
No, look up and
mine's
like that too, I guess.
Yeah, can you flip your eyelids inside out?
Yeah, but that's uncomfortable, and I don't want to do that.
Pretty cool. But yeah, butt sauce people. I was thinking about them today, and I was like, dude, I'm not going in there.
Yeah, I don't like that eye guy. He scares me.
Yeah, and he smells, but he doesn't smell as bad as the other guy. Well, the other guy smells like he's at a magic convention.
When I was in the army, it was predominantly the Nigerian dudes and the Indian dudes smelled like BO, like armpit juice or ass crack. So we would run in formation. There was an A group, B group, and C group. C group was like the girls, people. B group was like people who can run maybe like a 7-minute mile or something. And then the A group were like the fast people who run way too much. And I always try to run with B group. And they're like, nah, Mendez, get over here. I'm like, you motherfuckers. I just want to be lazy, please. So they put me in A group, and A group's full of Nigerians, dude. All the black dudes, or all the super PT stud white guys who were super skinny and drink Dr. Peppers for breakfast. So I'm in the formation, and I'm like, maybe there's probably like 1, 2, 3, probably like 4 columns of us, 4x4, and the pacers are the Nigerian guys, and each one of them smells like 4th degree armpit burns. Like it just smells disgusting. So we're running 5 miles, and the whole 5 miles we're just whiffing, smelling the armpit juice the whole time. I'm like, dude, can we go faster? Can we run faster so we can finish this 5-mile run?
Yeah, dude.
Horrible. And then or the Indian guy who's trying to smell good, but he doesn't believe in deodorant. He'll spray himself with cologne all over in the morning. So we're smelling his armpit with the subtle breeze of like autumn Autumn Festival cologne. It's horrible, dude. It's so stinky.
That sounds very middle school.
Yeah, dude. No one knows. No one know how to put deodorant on.
Yeah, it's like Axe body spray in the gym. You know what I mean? In the locker room.
No deodorant, just spray.
But no one comes to mind like the stinkiest. Like someone who just smelled extra bad.
I do. If I see a fat person, I hold my breath when I walk by them. 100%. Old people, I'll hold my breath and walk by them.
I pretty much hold my breath no matter what. No matter what, dude. It doesn't even matter. It used to be like if I thought you were stinky, but now it's just like, especially if it's a group of people, there's zero chance of breathing.
For me, it's all appearance. If they look the part, I'm holding my breath. Because, I mean, generally, I would say most of the time, if they look presentable, they're not going to smell. But, I mean, there are rare times, but usually it's like, he looks like he knows how to take a shower, maybe. But I've also seen videos where girls are posting like, my boyfriend doesn't brush his teeth. What should I do? And in the comments, girls are like, my boyfriend will swish Dr. Pepper in his mouth when I tell him his breath stinks. I'm like, dude, guys are like that.
Whoa, dude.
People don't have like basic hygiene skills or don't care. Like, how do you even get a girlfriend smelling like shit?
Yeah, you know what's really effective if you didn't want to brush your teeth? Hydrogen peroxide. Really effective, dude. I don't know if have you ever rinsed your mouth out with hydrogen peroxide? It's like basically it's just basically mouthwash. Right. That's all it is. It even says on the bottle you can use it as like a mouthwash, right? But
if they're not going to brush their teeth, what are the odds of them using hydrogen peroxide to do anything?
Yeah.
Come on,
dude. I'll rip my gums apart, dude. Get them all mega bloody, right? And then I'll do hydrogen peroxide. This is your speed too, dude. I'm telling you, do hydrogen peroxide after.
Why is it my speed?
Because you love ripping your gums apart.
That's true.
And then it's just even more fun after.
I don't remember you knowing that.
Dude.
You just chew on like staples and thumbtacks. Oh, it feels so good.
Yeah. I don't do that, but I do love flossing. But then you hydrogen peroxide, and then you got a volcano mouth, dude. It's good. And then, but afterwards, your teeth are squeaky clean, like squeaky. Yeah, you got pretty white teeth.
They're okay, not bad.
Yeah. Next thing, hold on. Oh no, I flipped my page. I know one of the things I was going to talk about was the Pokemon thing.
So you're done. You're done with the Pokemon. That chapter's over. Aside from your own adventures, like your own hobby, and it's good that you.
No, I'll probably pursue it again one day, but like until I feel like I'm in a place that I can, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Hiatus until further notice, for sure. Please hold.
Dang, dude. What? How many pages did you turn? What do you mean? Is that all you had?
No. I just lost it. I lost my page. No, dude. This.
I got a dog. Have you seen the dog?
Come here. Yeah, King.
Always down here.
Oh. Cute, actually.
Him snort.
I don't know why I held my mic up. No.
Sounds like a cat.
He's cute, dude.
Always.
You said he was old the other day on stream, and you said he was only 5 or 6. That's not very old, is it? I think.
Well, I mean, people call him. He's puppy. I'm like, no, he's
okay.
He's 33 in human age.
Oh, dude, one of the things about Pokemon that I've noticed recently. So I don't know if you know this, but did I tell you this? That the Pokemon vending machines now are on like this weird rotation system where it only sells a couple things at a time.
Also to stop scalpers.
Yeah, right. And so like you'll go up and you can go up like every 30 minutes, and there might be something in there, and there might not. Right. Now, and it's been so dry lately, you can't get Pokemon cards anywhere. Everybody has some animosity coming up to the vending machines, and people like seeing each other at the vending machines, dude. People stare me down. I mean, I get mean glares, and like people, it's deadly out there, dude. People are mad at each other. It is such a different vibe. 2 months ago, I used to talk to people at the vending machine, and now people are fucking lurking at me, dude. Eyeing me, making sure I'm not getting something.
It's like either they think that you're a scalper, or they think you're a normal person taking the possibility for them to scalp. It's like it doesn't.
Or to get some.
Right.
Yeah, dude. It's because now it was to fight scalpers, but now everybody's a scalper.
Yeah, because everybody they want something now.
Yeah, and your opportunities are random, right? And so, like, dude, the looks and the energy around getting Pokemon cards has changed so much in the last 2 weeks. It's weird, dude. It's weird.
The whole thing's weird. Nintendo as a whole is weird and nasty.
Yeah,
greedy.
it is, dude. And And you know what's really weird is I've started to be able to smell a scalper. You know what's a telltale sign of a scalper?
What?
Dressing like they're in middle school and wearing sunglasses inside. Like, you know, like big, like button up, almost Hawaiian like t-shirts maybe, or like track pants or something like that. Put the sunglasses inside.
Pet poacher appearance.
Literally, dude, literally. And I saw one yesterday and everything about him looked like a scalper, man. I'm starting to be able to smell it. One of the things I also wrote down too is I'm adjusting to not being a criminal. So, dude. It's so weird.
Wait, what?
Like, because not being a criminal anymore.
Oh, okay.
I said another thing I wrote down on my list is not adjusting. Like, I still like
some paranoia about smoking or something.
Or everything. Yeah, dude. It's just still like today we're going to go out to dinner and it still feels weird to be able to have a drink.
Yeah.
And, like,
how long has it been now?
Only 5 months.
5 months.
It was 3.5 years. When
do you think you'll get used to it?
I don't know, dude. Soon, I hope. But I mean, it might be a while. I still dream. Dude, I still dream about jail all the time.
I've looked for your mugshot and I can't find it. Are you sure you were arrested?
I looked. I 100% promise. I looked for it. I looked for it too, and I can't find it. Oh,
locally,
dude. If anybody finds it, it's gonna be the saddest. It's miserable. Dude. I don't look
last
cool.
Name.
Yeah. I don't look cool. I look sad.
Are you crying?
Dude. I look absolutely. Stoically crying. Like I think I remember myself being very mad with tears. You know what I mean? And like even when I was arrested, when I was in the back of the cop car and the cop taking me to the jail or whatever was trying to console me the whole way because he knew I was so upset and I was like, dude, you don't have to make me feel better. Like
shut up.
Yeah, man. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. We've been watching this show called Love After Lockup, which is just like people who get out of prison have relationships and try. And I see them on TV do things so much crazier than what I went to jail for. I mean, any context, people watching, I dumped out my ex's coffee cup, and that was July 2021. I dumped it out, and I went to jail for like a day and a half, but I was on probation for 3.5 years. And just crazy seeing what people can get away with and what I didn't get away with. Crazy, dude.
Well, it depends on the woman, right? Whether or not
what?
Go ahead.
I think I was so honest in that moment that it was too close to what they were saying.
Yeah, because it's like, your word versus their word, and if you give them the accuracy, then it's
Yep, because there was 100%. They 100% lied, and especially when I like went to court and all that, like I was able to see the lies on paper, but like obviously I don't know what they're saying in that moment because I'm not. They separate, you know what I mean, the whole bit. But dude, it's just crazy, and I still relive it. I still dream about it. I still worry about it. I still will drive and see a cop and be like,
if you got arrested again, do you think Mariah would bail you out? If the crime wasn't
I think it
bad,
depends on
right?
what. Yeah. I think so. I think so. But I still feel like they have something on me.
Yeah. You got that.
You know what I mean?
Conscience.
And they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, dude, I used to chronically steal from Walmart, and every time I leave Walmart, I'm like, dude, did I grab something on accident? Like they're looking at me.
Yeah, dude. And I went to jail.
I was a teenager still.
That's true. But yeah, man, it's been a big adjustment. Still feels weird. It feels weird to be able to apply to the next job and not have to talk about it.
Yeah. So what's on the horizon for you then with all of these things that have passed? I think the only thing that you need is to move, and then that thing, and then everything else done. Then it's
it's a fresh start.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're figuring that out. I just mentioned it last night, so we'll see. I'm ready to get out of here, dude.
Oh, mention the moving.
Yeah.
What about that thing?
Yeah, that's absolutely. I think we're gonna do moving first.
Did you ask the father yet?
No. Hold on. Can I type it? Hold on. Listen. I can't. Listen.
Just text me it. Oh, your phone.
I'm doing it right
now. And do you have anything else while we're waiting for you typing?
No.
That's it?
Yep.
I'll have to look at it later because I have.
Yeah. Wait, you can't see it? Oh, it's the full screen. Yeah.
Hold on.
But yeah, that's all I got. No, go ahead. You can't say it. It just happened like last week. And then I even made a joke like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Yeah. What is she? Oh,
she said you have to wait.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. So Mariah's sister just got proposed to.
Yep.
And the sister's fiance asked the dad for permission or whatever, or their blessing.
Like,
and
2 days before it happened. Yep.
This guy was supposed to do it, but there was a problem with the cow or something. I don't know. Remember. I don't know. Weren't y'all going to go pick up meat or something?
Yes. Yeah, we were going to in the snow. Yeah, they were going down to Oregon. And it was like a 10-hour trip. I was going to take a weekend with them, and they ended up canceling.
Yeah. So now
my mom's gone.
Yeah.
Good as gone, dude. No, I definitely. Did you hear what her reply was?
No.
That she's like, you're just gonna have to wait.
Oh yeah.
So I'll let it breathe for a little bit, but biggest goal right now is get it and get out of here. That's what I want, dude.
That's your focus.
I feel so much more peace. Yeah, dude, I'm ready to have a house.
And in regards to you wanting to focus more on this, what are you gonna do? Just besides make clips.
Yeah, make clips and edit. I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself to like follow a routine, but I do want to make clips, and I will fill this out on a weekly basis. I'm worried about you sniffing chemicals, dude.
I've been doing it for like 3 months straight, 5 months straight.
I'm worried.
Actually, like a year and a half straight. No, hold on. I've been into 2 different apartments already, so 2.5 years straight.
Do you think it's helpful as a friend? Like helpful being my friend? Like, hold on, let's just say. Do you think it's easier being my friend because I don't worry about you at all?
Wouldn't make a difference.
No, I know. Well, but I think worry also brings action that would interfere, right? Like if just feeling doesn't affect you, but like the actions of feeling when someone's worried about you might.
No, because as long as it doesn't annoy me, and I don't think it would get to the point to where it would, because I'd understand. Oh, he's just concerned, right?
The idea comes from a pretty heavy topic. Ryan and I were talking the other day, and he was like, "Oh, did he something about you like suicide, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I've kind of accepted that one day he's just gonna do it. And
yeah, it's possible. It's always it's always a choice. It's always an option.
And I was like, I'm okay with that. I don't want him to do that, but I was like, I'm okay with that. And she's like, that's fucked up.
No, dude, I've lived with that I've lived with that longer than I've lived without the thought of it,
Yeah. And so dialing in on that was my question, right? Like that ultra like okayness, like because I fully accept it. I'm like, dude, every single day I just like my cat, my fat stupid cat. I accept your mortality. Yeah.
It's good,
but.
Because whether or not you accept it or not changes nothing, right?
This motherfucker texted me and said, guess how many times I've tried in my life. I was like, dude, and he's like, and if you guess wrong, I'm gonna do it again. And
I'm gonna add to that tally.
Add to that attempt. And I was like, dude, that's the most fucked up thing in the world. And I was telling my girlfriend, she's like, that's messed up. And I was like, nah, I don't. I was like, I don't care.
How's that messed up?
Dude, that's kind of dark and manipulative and kind of sick. And I was like, no, like, I don't care. I was like, I'm not going to answer it. Yeah,
you did answer.
Stupid.
You did answer.
Yeah, I said I'd give you one answer. But you were begging. It was also under the condition that you weren't actually going to do it. Me giving the one answer wasn't conceding because you said 3. I get 3 attempts.
I don't remember. I can't. I think I was listening to a song. And one of the lyric things, and I was gonna send you like as a response, but I forgot about it.
Yeah, and just to be clear, anybody watching, I don't think Julian's at any risk. I mean, he can speak for himself, but like in the present context, I don't think there's any risk of that. But it's the grand idea, the overall idea, right? Can you please say that you're not at risk right now for that?
Are we done? Dude, everybody's at risk all the time.
No,
Everybody.
Don't say that.
Even when you're not.
Off and off yourself right now.
Why would I?
That's the worst answer, dude. You sound like a criminal who's about to get charged.
That's always what I say. Why would I?
Just make people feel better, dude. Come on.
I feel better about what? It's what about me? I want to feel better. See, always about other people. Your eyes are gross. Don't do that.
They're black, dude.
No, not that. That your eyes were rolling in the back of your head. Stop being so self-conscious. God damn.
You can see it? No, I thought you were talking. I'm not self-conscious, dude. It's something I've accepted. I have raccoon eye. It's gotten a lot better though. Can you see how much better it's gotten?
You don't want to see it. Trust me. Can
you see it?
Scoot back. We don't want to see it.
It's gotten way better, dude. Way better. I have though, dude. The allergies. My allergies were getting so bad that I was getting. Have you seen it where people have to pour water in their eyes? And like they get these.
Did you put the eye drops in the refrigerator to relieve your eyes better?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's nice. I actually dropped them on my client's bed. And he was like, "What are these for?" And I was like, "Dude, I stick them in the fridge." But I'm getting sacks, like bubbles, under my eye, like those like real sick people look, you know. And I've been having to pour water.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
They're allergies, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about your eyes.
One time
anymore.
I showed my disgusting skin to him, and he told me he would not be my friend if I ever showed him that shit
and
again.
That still applies.
To be fair, it was pretty disgusting. My skin, dude, is so much better. You guys can't see it, but
dude, I used to look at dead people for a living. I don't want to look at people.
Do I look thinner the last time you saw me? You didn't compliment me, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
I lost a lot of weight.
You guys are baby face, so it's hard to tell.
I did shave. I just shaved. I was looking kind of gross. All right,
dude. Wait,
next week.
Can you grow your beard so they can see what you look like? Because only time that it's ever been on camera was whenever you streamed Diablo a long time ago on Loot the Cave account.
That's true. Whoa.
And dude, you had so much authority, and I wanted to listen. I was ready. I was being nice because I was scared you're gonna beat the fuck out of me. Like I was. Had my respect.
That's all it takes. All right. Probably not.
Why? Because Mariah?
No, actually, no.
She's selfish.
Because it causes it causes ingrown hairs on my face, dude. It's too much.
Okay, it's only for like 4 months, and you'll be all right.
No, I like it, dude.
All right, podcast over. It's done. We're not doing it again.
It's ever again. All right, happy birthday, Liz.
Happy birthday,
We're
Liz.
out here. How long? What's our uptime?
Don't worry about it.
I'm just curious.
You'll be curious when it's uploaded.
You're annoying. All right.
You'll probably have to send me the login stuff because I don't know if my stuff's still logged in. All right, bye, everybody.
Yeah. Goodbye.